Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. I hope you had a brilliant weekend. I hope you found it a lot easier to get out of bed this morning because we only have 2 days until the long weekend. Ali, did you find it easier to get out of bed? Really?
Yeah. It was a bit tough today. I woke up like around 6.
Yeah.
I usually wake up.
You usually
5.
wake up at 5. Ali's in the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah.
You know that book.
So if I wake up at 6, then I'm like, yeah, today's a slow day.
I don't know. I just find knowing that there's only 2 days of work, I just feel like I can go in with a little bit more energy. But we are going to be talking about the UAE national holiday. Dubai Mall is going big, so loads of excitement there. We're also talking about the wrap of Dubai Fitness Challenge. I still feel like it's... wait, does it end today or is it... I still feel like it's ongoing. I feel like it ended yesterday, but so many stories happened that we want to take you through them. Stories that I feel like touched the community this year more than ever, which is really exciting. But first, I want to take you through the demolition which happened in Abu Dhabi. If you're watching on Instagram, please go onto our Facebook right now. You can see the video or go onto our Instagram feed. But first, I want to let you know that today's show is brought to you by Fine Hygienics Holding, who recently launched not one, but 2 new sanitary products, Pure Hands and Pure Surfaces. So both products have longer lasting germ protection than most on the market, which is very cool. And while Fine Hygienics is the sponsor of this show, the opinions and statements are Lovin Dubai. And if you're interested in this, like we talked about Fine Hygienics before, they launched those uber cool face masks. But we actually have an interview later in the show with the CEO, who's James Michael Lafferty. Amy spoke to him on Thursday to get the rundown of these new products. So if you're interested in hygienic products, and I know we're all a lot more interested than we were a couple of months ago, stay tuned for that. But first, I want to take you through our big story, which is the massive demolition in Abu Dhabi. It broke a Guinness World Record this weekend. I'm sure you saw the videos. So they basically set the world record for the tallest building to be demolished using explosives, and they carried out the demolition of not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 high-rises of the Mina Plaza Towers in Abu Dhabi, and it took just 10 seconds.
Wow.
10 seconds.
Well,
Are you watching that whole thing now?
I'm watching it. It's crazy. Jeez.
It reminds me of that scene in, is it Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, or Ocean's 13? And they have like a demolition of this massive Las Vegas casino. I don't know if you've seen it. And my first reaction was like, what does that mean? Does that mean there's nothing going to be there? I was thinking, why? Like, why are they tearing it down? However, a lot of people had a similar question to me. And what's really cool, so it was done by a construction company in Abu Dhabi, and people were just asking why, like what's going on? Why are you tearing down 4 high-rise buildings? It's a waste of construction. And they said the demolition of the plaza was undertaken in light of the structures being unaligned with the future vision of Mina Plaza, Mina Zayed. We are developing a new project that is set to revitalize the area while safeguarding the nation's authentic identity and heritage along the way. So there's more to come. They're revitalizing the area. A lot of people are saying, classic UAE Guinness World Records at every single corner. So while they are revitalizing the area, they got a world record along the way, which is really, really cool. This is the first time I've seen the closest thing. I nearly wish, like, you'd love to see it in real life. I wonder how far back people were allowed to be.
You have to be very far away because it's dangerous at the end of the day. they put explosives.
Of course, yeah. They use explosives. The whole team was congratulated on the safe demolition of it. And I'm rest assured, I was reading a lot of comments. People were worried about, let's say, cats or strays that might have been in the buildings beforehand. But before demolition like this, they go in, they check the buildings, and actually apparently all the cats and strays were brought to safety before the demolition, which is good news.
That's amazing.
We'll move on. The stories proving residents went all out for Dubai Fitness Challenge. Yesterday, we saw the completion of, and the video beside me if you're watching on Facebook, Ghani Suleiman, he completed 45 kilometers every single day for 30 days. And I loved the support that we saw at Kite Beach this weekend. It was unreal to see so many people getting behind him. Also, people were down there for Dubai Run, which is another great achievement of Dubai Fitness Challenge this year. But shout out to him and everyone who took part. Well done, Dubai Fitness Challenge. Ali, did you make 5K?
No, unfortunately, no.
Oh no!
I think it takes more time, to reach 5K without I can reach 5K, but I stop along the way. I want to
Same.
reach 5K without stopping. So
Mhm.
that's the goal, But I can reach 5K, while taking like
Okay.
maybe 3, 4 rest, like rests in
Couple of little
between. Like
short
I
walk
walk.
breaks. I think as long as we use the challenge to start, like
Yeah,
kickstart something, do
yeah,
you think that it has helped you, reboost? Because that's exactly what you were trying to do with Dubai Fitness Challenge, right? Like
yes,
you've been there before, you've
yeah,
had fitness, you've had your peak fitness, you wanted to get back there. Do you
yeah.
think it helped?
Definitely, definitely, and it sort of gave a purpose of, like, for example, waking up at 5 a.m. It gave me a purpose to wake up at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm eating better, sorta.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. So it led me to the right direction, basically.
Yeah.
So.
No, but I really do think a lot of people feel the same. So
Mhm.
my friend, his workplace, they had like a fitness challenge within one of the apps. I think it was Steppy. But he actually, because there's like a competitive level there, like every
Mhm.
single day he was out getting it done, and that meant I was out getting it done.
Mhm.
And we're talking about residents proving Dubai went all out for Dubai Fitness Challenge. There are better stories than this one and this one. I also want to shout out Team Angel Wolf. I think they're actually finishing up today because they started a day later, but they obviously took on that incredible triathlon where they're swimming, cycling, and running. Every single day, separate discipline every single day. We also saw the story of Zainab Al Ekabi, who is a para athlete who lost her leg when she was 7, but she actually carried a 2,000 kg Jeep. She carried it down at Dubai Sustainable City, which is incredible. And of course, the story of Paolo, the swimmer who swam 10 kilometers every single day for 30 days. I saw photos of him, so he was followed by a kayak, and he had a lot of swimmers joining him this weekend as well. There was a whole celebration when he finished. And just trying to think about the mental strength needed to get to that point. Shout out to everyone who really kind of inspired us normal people to go a little bit faster.
Us normal people.
Well, I mean, we weren't out there doing 10K a day, but it's those stories, and it was those stories in the media that we saw that reminded us every day Dubai Fitness Challenge was ongoing and kept us going and motivated us just a little bit more. So shout out to everyone who took part in Dubai Fitness Challenge. Incredible effort. Really amazing this year, and we cannot wait for Dubai 2021. And I hope that this year inspired people to keep going throughout the year, which is basically the purpose. But we'll move on. Nearly National Day weekend. We're talking about the Dubai Mall, who's going big, as you can imagine, for National Day. We're gearing up for 5 days off, starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And the Dubai Mall is celebrating with a huge 5-day shop and win campaign. You have 5 chances to win an 50k Emar gift card.
Wow.
Not bad. I know where I'd be going.
That's a celebration.
Be going shoe shopping. You can imagine 50k on shoes. Oh my god. And then like a nice fancy dresser to put them all in. I wouldn't really spend 50k on shoes, don't worry. Spend 250 dirham or more on shopping, dining, entertainment, and you could get yourself in the running to win that 50k Emar gift card, which they're giving every single day throughout the long weekend. You can find the latest offers, and this is really cool. The Dubai Mall has an app, and you can find the latest offers there. You could also find out all about the incredible 1,300 brands they have there, the incredible 200 dining experiences, the incredible breakfast experiences. We talked about it before, but there's literally 80 places to go for breakfast at Dubai Mall. You can figure out where to park to get to your nearest store. You can do that all on the Dubai Mall app. But also, not just the chance to win. They're also going to have cool entertainment. I think this is really cool if you're planning to go there for a day. Take note, there'll be a UAE traditional roaming band from the 1st to the 5th in Dubai Mall, and also live concerts are expected. We're waiting for more details on this. Live concerts are expected on the 2nd and 3rd of December at Burj Park. Loving the fact that there might be outdoor concerts coming. Also, as you know, we mentioned before, Dubai Mall is open a little bit longer. Retailers are open from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And also dining is open from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. And before we move on, I want to let you know that if you love fashion, I'll let you know that the Dubai Mall Fashion Avenue has a shop now pay later system with Emirates NBD. It's really interesting. You can actually get extended payment options with 0% interest payment, installments from 3 to 6 months when you shop with an Emirates NBD credit card. So it's basically if you love fashion, you want to shop at the Fashion Avenue and you have an Emirates NBD credit card. Ali's like, maybe. For customers, if you hold a You by Emer credit card in addition to the easy payment options, there will also you can also earn 7.5% back in U points, which can be redeemed for more fun, and that's valid until January 2021. Now, if you love fashion but you love adventurous bucket list activities a little bit more, I'll move on and let you know there's an epic new rooftop racetrack at the Dubai Mall. Now, this should need no introduction because it looks super, super cool. So at the Zabil Dubai Mall, the rooftop e-kart track is the UAE's first ever high-end electric karting experience. It's open for business right now. Kids above 14 and families can also go. It's really cool for the long weekend if you're looking for something new to do. Ali, did you watch the Lovin Dubai Instagram stories this weekend?
I saw Simran at the pet shop.
Simran was at the Simran had a busy weekend. Simran was at the pet shop at the massive sale on Friday, which is actually still going. Yeah. Then on Saturday, she was at this go-karting experience and she won.
Wow.
She was with 4 friends.
Oh,
I didn't think she was going to win.
Well,
yeah, I wish she was here. I'm hoping she'll join the show tomorrow so she can maybe stick up for herself. But it did look really, really cool. I've seen loads of photos because it's at the rooftop at Zabil, which is connected to Dubai Mall. And you have like this amazing, I don't know how they find the space in Dubai for these things, like within the city, but you have this amazing go-karting track. And then above it, you have Burj Khalifa views. And it just looks like really, really cool activity. So if you're looking for something to do, it's very affordable. I think you can have max 6 people with you on the track, and then also they time your laps. So not only did Simran win, she also got to show us, and she also got to post about her love in Dubai because she beat 3 of her friends. And you get suited and booted. I think that's like the cool part. So you can like dress like a pro racer, and then you get to go on the track. But that's just some of the stuff coming up for National Daily Weekend. Guys, it's Sunday. One more day in our week. So tomorrow we're going to talk more about stuff happening for National Day Weekend. But after the break, Amy is talking to the CEO of Fine Hygienics, James Michael Lafferty, to give us more information about the new products that they have and also the fine protective face masks they have. So stay tuned. That will be with you in 30 seconds. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door.
Hi, welcome to the Lovin Daily Live. We're here with James Michael Lafferty, CEO of Fine Hygienics. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, at Lovin, we have obviously spoken a lot about Fine. I mean, I have actually got quite a lot of questions. I mean, from what I hear, professional coach, marathon runner, award-winning journalist. I don't know how you do it, but obviously you are a CEO of Fine, and we're obviously here today to talk about kind of a lot of your new products, and I mean, obviously Fine, especially during kind of COVID has been gosh, I can't talk, absolutely amazing. So really happy you could kind of come here to chat with us. So
thank you so much.
No, fantastic. So firstly, you've recently launched 2 new products. Can you give us a bit of an overview on them?
Yeah, we've made the big move into disinfection, and there's been technologies out there that are great for consumers for a long time. And it's a bit of the story of Kodak. I mean, Kodak was selling obviously film and film paper, and that was their business model. And when people came along with digital, they didn't like it. They hated it. They said, even though it was great for you and me, it wasn't great for Kodak.
Yeah.
And there has been long-lasting disinfection technology available in the world, which means it keeps killing germs for an extended period of time. But many companies don't like that. They want to sell more and more wipes and more liquid. So when you use a conventional disinfectant or a disinfecting wipe, it's done working in minutes. So you wipe, it does kill the germs, but then a person comes and coughs on it and you're right back to where you started.
Yeah.
What we have found is technologies that extend. So we've launched 2 products already. These are the first of many. The first is a hand sanitizer. It lasts for 24 hours on your skin, even if you wash your hands. So you use it once a day and you're completely protected. And the second is a surface sanitizer that bonds to the surface. It forms an invisible bond, a non-toxic bond, and that will disinfect for 21 days. So even if someone comes and coughs on it, it will not, and this has all been verified in the Dubai municipality labs. We've run extended testing with labs around the world. It's a 24-hour hand sanitizer and a 21-day surface sanitizer.
Oh my God.
And so when you think about the savings that you get, the cost savings that you get from not buying as much, you think about a lower environmental impact of wipes and chemicals on our planet. When you think about savings, I mean, we've done the math on the hand sanitizer. It will save you over 50% versus whatever you're using today.
Mm. Oh, absolutely. I mean, just in the environmental impact in itself, it's just incredible. So I take it that's Pure Hands and Pure Surfaces is the names of the products.
Yes, Fine Guard, Pure Hands, Fine Guard, Pure Surfaces, yes.
Amazing. So obviously, by the sounds of it, completely different from your just the run-of-your-mill sanitizing products. So obviously you've kind of discussed about kind of what's new about them. I assume that they are completely different to do with kind of your normal typical sanitizing products.
Yes, it's a completely different technology, and what makes them last so long is they don't kill by poison. Most disinfectants poison the germs, and so that works, but it's also toxic for humans. These products kill through a mechanical means on a molecular level. They basically puncture and rupture the membrane of the virus or bacteria physically, not through chemistry. And so they're safe, they're non-toxic, they can be used around food, they can be used on human skin, very, very non-toxic products. And so that's what makes them different. And again, this technology has been there, it's been out there in the world, but it's been with very small companies who did not commercialize it or understand the commercial potential. And we basically license these technologies and bring them to market.
Absolutely incredible. So obviously you the claims that obviously long-lasting germ protection, I staggering. 12. So you were saying 24 hours and 21 days.
21.
Absolutely incredible. So kind of obviously you've talked about the value of that, not just economical, but also obviously the impact on the environment. Like, how is it possible?
Well, you have, if you take a normal disinfecting wipe, you use 8 per day in your house. Now that wipe is made of a non-woven material that doesn't biodegrade. It doesn't biodegrade. It basically will exist for many, many decades. And so this is filling up our landfills. This is going into our oceans. We're polluting with wipes. Our wipe is a one-use wipe that disinfects for 21 days. This replaces 168 wipes. So you're taking 168 wipes and reducing it over 99.5% of solid waste impact. Now, there's still a wipe at the end, but you're disposing one versus 168. And then of course there's the savings with that. You're buying all of that non-woven material over and over again. Here you're using one wipe. So that's we're very, very committed. I'm very committed. I have my 5 children, 3 grandchildren. I want the planet to be better off than I found it. And we've got to be responsible, and we've got to not put profit first and put the planet first. And that's what we're trying to do.
That's incredible. And so what prompted Fine to manufacture effectively an entirely different product line?
Well, we had been working on these technologies to put on our paper products. So we were, in our foundation, we were a paper company, and we had pivoted into wellness, and we repositioned our products, and we sterilized our products, and we said we want to improve the health of the world's consumers. We were working with that technology when COVID happened, and what we did was simply accelerate. I had some discussions with some virologists back in January about the COVID situation. And they told me, look, here are the facts. Maybe people don't like the facts, but here are the facts. Fact number one, this COVID virus has 10 times the attraction to the human respiratory tract than SARS. So SARS didn't go global, but this one's going to go global. This is going to go worldwide because it's much more in love with the human body than SARS was. Secondly, the Chinese are reporting that 50,000 people in Wuhan have this disease. If 50,000 people have it, they didn't get it from doorknobs. They got it through their mouth and nose. So that means this thing is airborne. So what we're going to need to do is have masks that really work, masks and gloves and things to protect your mouth and nose from inhaling. And then washing your hands is important, but it's secondary. So sterilization of surfaces and of your hands itself is an important background. And so we looked at the fact that we were already looking at this technology for paper, and we said, let's just take the technology and expand it into masks, into gloves, and into other disinfecting products. And so that was the pivot that we made. It's obviously taken some time to develop things, but we had the masks in the market by February. We were one of the first to come in the market with masks, and we've steadily rolled out new products as they develop because we're still in the pandemic. And wave 2 was very predictable given climate change, the cooler climate, people being indoors more, and a general fatigue of the world's population with masks. I mean, our discipline's not what it was in March. I mean, in March, when I walked around Dubai, everybody was masked up. Now I see people that don't wear masks. I mean, it's that you put all these factors together of, a more respiratory infection environment in the fall, plus people not wearing their masks, plus people not social distancing. And the second wave was entirely predictable, and it's come as bad or worse in most parts of the world than we could have ever imagined.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, my family's back in the UK, and it's incredible how everything's kind of just ground to a halt again. I mean, in that respect, for Dubai to actually kind of still be kind of going on and being able to kind of, in relative terms, keep kind of numbers down because we are using the mask, because everybody is still doing that, even if it is slightly more laxer than it was, it's testament to that.
Absolutely. I think if you look at my country, like the US, I mean, it's just a disaster, and there's lack of discipline and lack of laws. So Dubai has done a great job. The entire UAE has done a great job relative to many of these countries. They've done a fabulous job. But even with that, humanity is what it is. People are having mask fatigue. I mean, they are saying, I'm tired.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it goes back to that general human behavior. And if they can kind of skirt the rules or kind of bend them slightly, they 100% will.
Absolutely.
And take health into their own hands, as it were. So obviously, do you have any other kind of new launches on the horizon that you can kind of talk about? Obviously, you've kind of done a lot over the last kind of over the last year, but is there anything more kind of to come?
Oh, there's stuff coming every couple of weeks. So we just launched today 2 nutritional supplements that strengthen the immune system, backed by strong science and technology, and using state-of-the-art technology to improve what's called bioavailability, which is how much of the vitamin or supplement you take, how much of it really hits your body. What people don't realize is, and there was always a joke when I lived in the US and I was in the wellness industry, they said that Americans have the most expensive urine in the world. And it's because they take so many supplements that don't get absorbed. And so all you do is end up urinating the supplement out of your body because of the absorption level. Now, that's a big problem with many supplements. And these 2 doctors that we have licensed this technology from have developed a way that the supplement is absorbed not through the stomach, but in the small intestine, which has a much higher absorption rate. And as a result of that, the bioavailability goes up into the 90% plus range, which in many, many supplements, the bioavailability is below 10%. And so because of that, you just take some few drops of this and it really impacts your body in a positive way, and especially the immune system. And so again, these were supplements we had been working on. It's taken us quite a long time to get it finalized and get all the data in, but they're now launched here in the UAE under the name Motiva. which are already available online and on Amazon. And I've been taking it for a year as like one of the guinea pigs, and it's just an exceptional product. I mean, I was measuring many biomarkers from blood pressure to resting heart rate to my kidney markers and liver markers. It's almost as close to a miracle as you can get.
Wow. And I assume, just from my own reference, I assume anybody can kind of take them. It's not for like super athletes.
No.
Pinnacle of health.
This is for anyone who has a human body.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyone who's
an order, here we come.
And then we will continue with disinfection products. We have wipes coming next month, 21-day wipes. And then we have room foggers where you can set the canister on an automatic dispensing, and it sprays a fog into the room. And you walk out of the room, you come back 10 minutes later, the entire room, even areas you can't reach, are disinfected. And then we'll have a fabric sanitizer as well, where you can spray onto fabrics and onto couches, and it will again give a 21-day protection on any fabric.
That's
so
incredible.
All of this is coming.
That's absolutely incredible. I mean, that's a game changer for businesses as well. I mean, realistically,
Absolutely.
You see, we hear about it all the time. Companies, one person having kind of COVID and the company having to kind of shut down. Everybody goes back to work from home. Like, just having that constant kind of sanitization processes, and it'll be incredible for them.
Well, it's interesting. You say you're coming from the UK. My daughter lives in London and has become a British citizen, and we've sold the London Tube system, the product, and they've been doing testing, and they're getting 20 plus days of germ-free on the handles. So people riding the trains, all that grabbing in a normal system, you have to go in and disinfect the train every hour. They have verified with swab testing that the 21 days is real. They're so happy.
That is incredible. I mean, I spent 10 years going on that underground, and it wasn't nice on the best of times, let alone going on it when it was COVID. I'm just very happy I was actually here during COVID and not working in London. I don't think I would have liked that too much. That's amazing. So obviously talking COVID and obviously, masks, you guys have obviously launched the mask. Can you tell us, I mean, there's lots of conversations about masks. Can you actually tell the people the difference between the N95 mask, and the antiviral ones, and how we can actually choose the best one for us?
Right. There's a lot of different points out there, so we'll just stick to the science. There's two ways that a mask can protect you from a germ. The first way is through it filters the germ out. The germ can't get through, so it's like a net and it catches the germs. That's what an N95 does. An N95 means the 95 means it filters 95% of the particulate in the air to a size of 0.3 microns. Now, 0.3 microns is very small. It's basically going right to the microscopic level. And that mask is amazingly good at filtering pollution and pollen and mold spores. It's also pretty good at bacteria. But when it gets to viruses, it's a mixed bag, because if you ask what's the size of coronavirus, the diameter of coronavirus is 0.125. So it's 1/3 the size of the filtration. So it can go right through the filter.
Okay.
The human coronavirus. Now, viruses also tend to be spread in clumps of moisture or vapor or water. And so those bigger clumps will get caught by the mask and will be filtered. But they're stuck on the outside of the mask. They live on the outside of the mask for up to 7 days, and that's been proven by research in Lancet, one of the leading medical publications. And individual viruses can still pass through the filtration. And so, I think filtration masks are great, but they're not flawless. They only filter to 95%. And one of the big issues is they're very difficult to breathe in. Because they have such high filtration, they block your airflow. And so if you've ever gone to the gym and tried to exercise in N95, good luck.
Yeah.
You're wheezing and you have to pull it down.
Walking outside, like in the heat of Dubai, was just
It's very difficult. So they work and they have a purpose in that, but they don't. And they're especially very effective in like construction environments where you're filtering real particulate, not germs, but dust and sand. They're very effective and they have a role to play. Now, the second way to protect yourself from a germ is an antiviral textile or an antiviral mask.
Yeah.
And what these do is they employ some kind of coating. That's what we do. And the coating acts like a magnet. So as the germ passes into the mask, it gets grabbed. It gets like caught by a hook. And then it kills the germ. And these have a success rate of 99.9%. So for me, it's very simple. If you want, what do you want? 95% protection or 99.9? I'll take the 99.9. On top of that, because of the technology, you don't have to put all this filtration material in it. And as a result, they can be easier to breathe in. Now, the world was not prepared for these kind of masks. They were never sold before this pandemic. And so all of the testing methods and the government regulatory methods were all looking at filtration. We're changing that. I mean, country by country is changing. Germany has just said, our mask is like the mask to wear. There have been a number of governments that have come out with it. We've gotten very good response from the UAE government. But this was new technology, and so it's understandable that it takes time to understand. I think by the next pandemic, there won't be any N95. It'll all be treated because you can breathe.
Wow.
It's safer. And when the germ is caught, it's killed. So when you take the mask off, you're not touching living virus.
Yeah,
and that's the problem with a standard mask. The virus lives 7 days on a standard mask. So when you take it off, you can actually infect yourself if you're not careful about how you remove and how you put back the mask on and how many times you wash it. So those are the issues that obviously, we use technology that we think we believe in and we love, and I use personally. I use our sports mask 24/7, even if I'm not working out, because it's more breathable. It's still 99.9, and I love I love that mask. I don't wear any of our more filtering masks. Like we have an N95, I don't wear it because I don't like it. And I tell people, even if I'm in the mask business, I don't love masks. I mean, I don't want to wear them.
Yeah, cool.
I'm here talking with you and I'm not wearing a mask. So my advice to folks is to get a very good antiviral mask that's safe and is non-toxic. Some of these antiviral masks are putting in silver chloride and titanium dioxide, which are one is a carcinogen.
Wow.
And they're putting it in a mask up to your mouth and nose. I think that's very irresponsible.
Yeah.
What we're selling is a completely non-toxic, safe technology that's been validated all over the world in toxicology tests to be safe. And so buy an antiviral mask, one that you can breathe in and one that you can live in, because the rule of masks is simple. If you don't wear it right, it's useless. So all these people wearing it below their nose, you might as well just take it off and just take the whole thing off, because you're violating. You've got to first keep the mask on, and breathability is an important consideration for that.
I mean, to be honest, you just don't. I mean, for me, you just learn so much. I mean, you see people walking around, like you said, no mask, just their nose is open, or just fabric masks, and it's not actually protecting you. So it's really interesting to actually obviously hear and kind of discuss this with you. So, and again, obviously with the Fine Guard mask that obviously were launched earlier this year, sustainability, and I mean, obviously sustainability, even with your wipes, has obviously been a massive focal point to you. And you obviously mentioned before, it's very much kind of looking at having, protecting the planet for the future as much as anything for your children, for your grandchildren. So, I mean, with all the new kind of products kind of coming through, will that follow the same trend?
Absolutely. I think when this whole mask thing began, I mean, we're a paper company. I have paper machines, and every mask machine maker called me and said, "You want to buy some paper mask machines?" And we said, no, over and over again. And they would say, "Well, we don't understand, your paper company." I said, "Yes, but these things are not made of degradable. See, toilet paper degrades in 90 days. It's done. But these masks last 1,000 years. They don't biodegrade. They're made of a non-woven substance. And every time I go running along the marina and I see those floating gloves and masks, I get nauseated.
Yeah.
This beautiful city of Dubai and these masks. I just saw data from, one of the leading NGOs. They said they've already done an analysis in the Mediterranean. There are more masks floating in the Mediterranean now than there are jellyfish. I mean, that's a sad statistic. And think about what this is going to do to marine life, all of these masks, and nobody's thinking about it.
No.
And so we went reusable, 100% reusable, and we don't sell paper masks, even though I know we can make big money on it.
Yeah.
It's not, sometimes you got to stand up for a principle, not just how much money can I make.
Yeah.
And everything we're launching, all of these products are environmentally friendly. Use one of our wipe versus 168 other wipes.
Mm.
Use one spray of our product for 21-day protection versus spraying multiple times a day these toxic liquids that go into our water supply.
Yeah.
I mean, all of this is about sustainability. Now, it's not going to make the difference us by ourselves, but it's got to start with somebody. It has to start with me. It has to start at some context, and we have to be responsible. And I know we lose business, but that's, again, I'm at the end of my career. I'm almost 60 years old. I have grandchildren. I want to make a positive impact on this planet. I wanted to make sure our company makes a positive impact.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's absolutely incredible. I mean, a lot of the times people don't think about it. And so, you need others to think about it, to make it so that these products are available, so that they are available to people to use. And it's, it does make that positive impact. I think that's incredible.
Absolutely.
So with obviously COVID and lots of talk about COVID vaccine, how will that kind of impact kind of the fine products and potentially the sales of fine products? Do you see attitudes in sterilisation and PPE changing post the vaccine, or do you think it will be okay?
I think that depends on the category. Our view is that the mask business, the vaccine is wonderful news, and when the vaccine is broadly available and we have herd immunity, across countries, the mask business will go to a trickle. Now, there will always be a mask business for various reasons. I think we've all learned in this pandemic that the Asian habit of wearing a mask when you're sick is a very responsible thing to do.
Yes.
I mean, both my wife and I are talking here. Here we are in the middle of a COVID pandemic. Neither of us have been sick in the last 11 months. Not one thing, because you know why? You wear a mask, you don't pick up colds. You don't pick up other infections. You don't pick up influenza. And so there's actually a benefit of mask wearing. And I think the next time when I'm sick, I will wear a mask. You know why? Because I care about the people around me.
Yeah.
And when you wear a mask, you protect other people. And in the past, when I had a cold, I would cough. And I would cough, I would cover my mouth, but I'm still coughing. Now, when I get a cold in the future, I will wear a mask for those 3 or 4 days where I'm infectious, and to protect the people I love and to protect other people in the community. And so I think there will always be a mask business, but versus today, it will be a trickle. The gloves will be pretty much gone, but the impact on disinfection habits is here to stay. And I go back and I tell people that my parents were born in 1915. They were children during the Spanish flu of 1919, 1920. That whole pandemic turned my parents into germaphobes. And when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, they were constantly harping on all of this anti-germ behavior. And I used to think, we've conquered germs, we've got vaccines, and we've got antibiotics, and we've got all this stuff. And now that I realize it, and my brothers and sisters and I have spoken, it was because my mother and father went through a pandemic that impacted them for the rest of their lives in terms of germ awareness. All of our children today will have a degree of a much more heightened sense of germs and germophobia than they had before. And as a result of that, disinfection was here long before COVID. I mean, all of these products were available and being purchased. It's just going to be bigger on a going basis afterwards. So I think what we'll see is the mask business will drop dramatically, and that's okay. And we understand the gloves business will become next to nothing, but the disinfection products is here to stay.
Yeah.
and it'll be here for the next 100 years. And so that we don't see a major impact on that.
No, I mean, I think it's absolutely incredible, and I think hadn't quite realised the kind of the extent of actually new technology as well that has kind of come out of this, and that's obviously impacted the products. It's absolutely incredible. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Personally, I've learned a lot. I hadn't actually kind of quite realised, like I said, the technology behind it it's absolutely phenomenal. So thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been really a great pleasure speaking with you.
Always great. And yeah, no, absolutely. It's always a pleasure. So thank you. And obviously, thanks to everybody for listening. Tune in tomorrow for the next episode of Lovin Daily Live, and we'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for that. It was really good, and it was honestly so interesting. Just the amount of products and I mean, it's incredible. I definitely think the tube, the diffuser is just going to be an absolute game changer for people, well, for businesses especially.
I think so.
Anyway, well, thank you so much. I won't take any more of your time up.
No problem. If you ever need anything, just give us a shout. We're always here. You guys are great.
No, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Have a lovely weekend and enjoy the Maldives.
I will do that.
All right. Thanks so much.
Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.